Cool, there we are. Uh, this is my parents, of course, and this is my oldest sister, Ria, and my second sister, Gloria. This is me, modestly in the background, as always. This is my brother, Laurie, my youngest sister, Judy, and my little baby brother, Danny, who was born on my 11th birthday. We, actually, it looks like it's quite a happy looking family. I think, although a certain amount of strain went into getting us all carefully arranged. I remember having a problem knowing what to do with my hands and being told exactly what to do with my hands. as usual. One thing that was a little different for our family than is typical nowadays. Both my sisters, when they married local boys and to set up housekeeping in Cardston. So we had an extended family that got together a lot. We used to go camping together a lot, and it was my sister Ria was very good at piano player, and we managed to perform quite a bit in church and in the town. So that was a really enjoyable aspect of our family.
I remember you mentioning bath day once a week. Can you talk about that?
Well, when we were younger, our house was very simple. We had no running water. We had no bathroom. We eventually got running water. And then the house was, we had two rooms on the main floor, a kitchen and a dining room. And then on the second floor we had two bedrooms. And that was basically the house. We had a shed attached to the back of the house, which we eventually insulated and turned into a bathroom, which Dad put together. Dad was very handy that way, and he could do mechanical work. We've often fixed our car. We had an old car that kept breaking down, but Dad persisted in fixing it forever. And I suppose that in some ways we were crowded in that house. I remember having a hard time sometimes to find a quiet place to read, which is what I always wanted to do every minute that I had available. And my mom used to come in, I'd read for half an hour, and then she'd come and say, "Why don't you come and do something useful?" And to this day, when I try to read in the daytime, I feel guilty, like I should be out doing something useful. That was even when I was teaching at the university, and that was my job, reading. And I used to do other things during the day, and then do my reading at night, because otherwise I feel guilty.
Sorry to keep coming back to it, but you all shared the same bath water, did you?
Oh, yeah. Well, before we built a bathroom, we had one of those round tubs, and on bath night, which was Saturday night, we would start with the youngest and go up, and we would heat the water on our wooden coal stove and add a little bit of hot water between each bath. And I remember, there was no problem about modesty. It didn't seem to be an issue at the time. And then, Mom and Dad didn't bath when we were around. They would bath in private, but as far as the kids were concerned, I remember when we all got the itch, and part of the ritual, we'd have a bath, and then Mom would smear our body with lard and sulfur. That was the cure for the itch. in those days.
Sounds hellish.
Well, it was kind of hellish because you put underwear on over top of that, and it would just feel like it was glued to your body, this underwear. But it was an effective remedy for the itch. Most of our illnesses were cured by home remedies of that sort.
You've always had an interest in saunas. Remember there was a great sauna down at the farm?
Well, yes, I discovered the joys of saunas when I visited some communes in California, and it's one of the first things that we did when we set up our commune here near Onaway. Was build an outdoor sauna. We had a tub out there which we would fill with water, and in the wintertime that water would be icy cold. And we spent a lot of evenings in that sauna, chanting, singing, talking. It was a great social place for the members of the commune and visitors.